T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Can you see us, guys? Can you hear us, more importantly?
Hello, everybody. Let us know in the comments. We get our comments back up, please,
yes.
sir.
I'm in charge of comments today. So in case it is your first time, my name is Jens.
I'm Tony, and thank you so much for joining us here. We are going to run through everything, every single question.
The stuff we can answer, pretty much, isn't it? Yeah. So for the Type 7 and the Type 7 Plus, so we made the investment for both devices because when it was announced, we kind of weren't sure what the difference is. I mean, there are obvious differences, but when we're using them, there are slight differences. And I thought such a live Q&A session for you guys will really be something valuable, right?
Yeah, and we have both devices. We also have both the keyboards. And of course, I've seen a question on the pens already, and absolutely, I'll show you them side by side. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the first questions that came in that were still while we were waiting. And I'm going to be in charge of comments.
Okay, so then there you go.
Yeah, the first one that actually came in, it was great that you sent it in early. Excuse me if I say your name wrong. I can't.
Fayonqua.
It's good you sent it in early because before we came down, I actually got the devices up and I had a look at Facebook, and it's 100% correct that.
Excuse me.
It's 100% correct that it does go into mobile view and portrait mode. However, if you put it in DeX, then you can have it in the desktop version and you can have it in the horizontal mode.
Yeah, just to summarize. So you asked if when you go from landscape to, like when you go to Facebook, is it going to rotate from landscape to portrait mode?
On Marketplace.
And yes, it does. So when you add pictures, you either turn it around or you go into DeX, which then will solve the issue. I hope that helps.
Just making sure everybody can hear us. I'm going back down. So that was the first question, and we were. Do you want to answer that one?
WhatsApp can pre-install and how much? So WhatsApp, excuse me.
What apps come pre-installed?
Oh, what apps? Sorry, I'm not going to admit that I need glasses, so it's not going to happen.
Glasses,
even if I walk towards the tree. No, okay. So we're going to have to check the apps. What I can tell you though, because we have it actually in our video, but I wrote it down. So for the 256 gigabyte version, you have 226 gigabyte of storage available. For the 128 gigabyte version, you have 107 gigabyte of storage available. So that is your available storage out of the box. The rest has been taken by Android and all the other apps that are pre-installed. So you pretty much have all the Samsung apps pre-installed, like Samsung Notes and what have you, Samsung Internet, and Microsoft Office now is big with Samsung because they're kind of collaborating. So we're going to check that. One thing before we continue is, though, any question we can't answer unless it's something about taking it skydiving, we will try it later on and we will post it in a community post, and then we have all the answers there. So I hope that makes sense.
I like this one. Would you rather fingerprint sensor or face ID?
Well, it has both. So basically,
which do you like best?
Oh, which I do like best.
Which is better?
It's difficult because
I like the Face ID.
yeah,
I
because
know you don't.
no, because it tells me I'm too far away all the time.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
No, but the both is available, and I'm using it actually. What I like about the Tab 7 Plus, when you have the fingerprint sensor on the Face ID, both I have set up for the device, and I have basically I press enter on a keyboard and I press enter twice, and it's unlocked. It's basically not just first press is unlocked, and the second press the screen is there, but I can press once and then swipe it up. So that's cool.
So the question for me is, which is better? And for me personally, the Face ID is better because it's faster.
Okay. So how much is the key? What is it? How much is the keyboard case? And depending on your region, let's say it's about between 180 and 220 US dollar just for the keyboard, depending on which version. So the Tab 7 Plus is the more expensive one. I think we pay 225 in the Tab 7. It's around 180 here.
Another question came in on writing on the Tab S7 and whether the Tab S7, which is obviously the smaller version, is big enough for writing in school. And I would suggest it depends on you and your writing, whether you can write on a smaller device or not. But the Tab S6, is the Tab S6 Lite a tad smaller still?
No, it's the same. It's thicker, actually.
Size?
No, it's the Tab 6 Lite is thicker than this one, but you can show the Tab 7 with the keyboard. So if you want, it has I think it's around 85% body to screen ratio. So it really depends. I mean, I like big, so you know, I go big or go home. That's my motto. But the Tab 7 is very functional with that keyboard. Now we have the keyboard. I actually do like it a lot.
But for writing on, we're talking here. It's not working for me because we've not opened it yet. Suey. The actual writing, you can see my hand size 2 device. And I'm not a small person, actually. I know I look it because Jens makes me have my seats lower down.
I'm just tall.
But I am actually not a small person. And I think that the device is big enough for writing in at school.
So the one thing you should also notice or know for the Tab S7 versus the Tab S7 Plus, the Tab S7 is thicker by not a lot. I think I've got written it down. The Tab S6 is 6.3 millimeter, while the Tab S7 Plus is 5.7. And it doesn't sound much on paper. When you hold it, though, the Tab S7 feels more sleek. But when you have the Tab S7 in your hand, it feels sturdy, it feels solid. So there's a difference already. And probably when you go and take notes in school or somewhere else, then it will make a difference, I think.
Can you pass me the other pen, please?
Sure.
Because one of the questions is whether the pen is the same pen. And the funny thing is when we first got these, I could have sworn on my life that the Tab S7 Plus pen was heavier. You remember that first day? It's not.
It's not. It's exactly the same.
They're exactly the same pens. But we do keep them separate.
Well, yeah, they go to the...
they belong on the right one.
Sorry, my microphone is a bit
but they are interchangeable as well. If you haven't seen our videos, it's interchangeable. You can use it on the Tab S6 too, and on the Tab S6 Lite.
And it charges also on the Tab S6 on the back in that same spot where the S Pen for the Tab S6 goes. In one particular spot, it's a bit finicky, but it does charge.
Google Doc and Slides.
Yeah.
We work on Google Docs.
Yeah, works well.
Everything works.
Yeah, anything Google related, get the most powerful version. The only advice, because you know what Chrome is.
I also like on Dex actually working on the Google stuff.
Yeah, Dex makes a difference. It kind of gets you out of this mobile device feeling, and it's more like a desktop. I mean, this is what it is designed for, right?
Well, a tablet to me feels limiting if I wanted to do any work on it, but as soon as you put it in Dex mode, you feel more like you are less limited.
So digital art, Tony is the local artist here.
I am the worst, but I do enjoy drawing and I do enjoy coloring. And what's the question?
No, if you
Love.
can you do transportation designing and stuff like that?
Well, it depends on
I
your
wouldn't
app,
know.
obviously.
Yeah.
Depends what app you've got. We haven't tried downloading CAD or anything like
No,
that.
no, we haven't. We're not that advanced yet, unfortunately. We can we take some notes and we do some coloring.
But if
with
you are
our
doing
kids.
serious designing on a heavy app, then we'd suggest the bigger version.
Yeah.
Same as any heavy video editing or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. So before video editing works.
Yes.
Video editing works. We're using KineMaster. I don't know how you pronounce it properly. KineMaster is no problem whatsoever. 4K.
It's actually quite light.
It's not the most advanced application, but if you're on a go and you want to blast something out for Insta or whatever, that works fine with KineMaster. No issues whatsoever. It even works on the Tab S6 Lite with no problems.
Somebody's asking whether we can test the screens side by side. You might actually want to see our videos on that because we have some good ones on the screens side by side.
Afterwards,
we
go and check it out.
We actually have them in the dark as well. We can't turn you in the dark in here.
No, that's a good one. The dark test.
I really liked that one. I think that's my favorite of all. I think I was sleeping at the time. Sorry, I've just turned it off, love.
That's okay. Your face is not registered.
My face isn't registered. I'm not allowed to be registered on the devices, obviously.
Okay, so this is my, let me see.
I've got notes up and everything now. There we go. What thing you got?
There you go. It's
green screen.
Green screen,
issues.
Yeah. Sorry, just side by side, right?
I think we need a different thing on
Can you hold it higher, please? Sorry.
Love.
Yeah, and then sorry?
We need a different wallpaper on mine. You're looking through at the green screen.
Yeah, but I would suggest that you watch the video because I put them on top of each other on both sides. I know it's probably in real life it's different, but that's what I would do.
Give me that a second.
Yeah.
Somebody's asked about an A4 sheet of paper next to the. Give me a second. Can you see that? I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's focusing as well.
So the slightly, how many centimeters less? An inch less?
Yeah.
An inch less than an A4 sheet of paper. Cool. Around that. Oh, I better not take your piece of paper.
Yeah, that's my.
That's his secret notes. See what other questions we have. You're on the mouse here, love.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my goodness. What's it? Screen by side we've done.
What's the pen on screen feel like on both devices? That's a good one because you did the drawing test, didn't you? And that was what I also suggest is in terms of latency, go and check out our video Tab S7 versus Tab S6. And I do a slow motion test and then I stop the footage in the middle of that slow motion test. And you can see that the Tab S6 pen and device is like probably that much of the latency, whereby the Tab S7 is half of it. So the latency cut down by half, but the experience you can go.
May I?
Please.
The writing on the this Tab S7 versus the Tab S7 Plus, they do have a difference. And the difference isn't actually what I expected of the latency, etc. You actually have, it's marginal, but you actually have to press harder when writing on the Tab S7. Unless you actually write on devices daily, you will probably never notice it. But the Tab S7 takes more pressure when you're writing.
Yes,
Didn't expect
it could be the screen technology, right? Because
the Tab S6 Lite doesn't.
Okay, I don't know.
Or the Tab S6. It's only the Tab S7.
So Queenie's live when you have waited since 2 a.m. for that live stream. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And what a great name.
Queenie's live. Yeah.
I like that. Here in the US, I never got to see he's covering up your comments now. Here in the US, I never got to see it in person before purchasing the Tab S7 Plus. Wow, did you buy it anyway? Let us know what you think about it if you actually did. Does Tab S7 have any other drawbacks from the Tab S7 Plus apart from the screen?
Sorry, where's the question?
Were you moving it?
I moved it, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, does S7 have any other drawbacks from S7 apart from screen? So that's an interesting question because it really depends on your needs. And I know you probably hear this over and over again and you don't want to hear this again. But I would say if you go for the Tab S7, make sure you get the 8 GB of RAM version. I know in the US, I checked it out the other day, you can pre-order that. You also have different storage configuration going from 128 to 256, 256 and then 512. And we don't have that. We only get the 6 GB of RAM version here. So that's already for me a reason to go bigger and higher, more powerful, because you know what it's like when you have several apps open. It just will take more juice. It is just the way of life these days.
You're being a bit of a politician there.
No, I'm getting to the point. So sorry, I'm getting to the point. I personally like the Tab S7 Plus better.
Okay, you've not answered the question. What drawbacks are there to the Tab S7?
Well, we spoke about the S Pen. We spoke about the screen when you write on it. We also have, well, it's not a drawback because it's price friendly, money friendly.
No, I know, but it's still is something a negative. If you sat down looking for a positive versus negative,
okay,
on which to buy.
For me, is the screen is too small. Number one, that's my personal opinion, right? So don't take it with a pinch of salt. My screen is too small. It's for me, it feels too thick. Yeah, that's pretty much. And I like bigger as well, bigger keyboards. And
I was going to say a drawback for me personally on the Tab S7, and that is personal, is that when I took it out to take photos, etc., in bright daylight, it is more challenging than on the Tab S7 Plus. And also you feel like you have an older device.
Very true. Although when you look at it from
on
the
its
back,
own,
but this is, you see, excuse me, this is the thing. When you do not have a different device next to it, then you probably will not notice any difference. It's
absolutely.
It's like the car you always wanted to have, but you're going to go for the cheaper version because, it's just the time of life where you just don't want to spend that money. But you always look into that car, to that you want to buy.
This is you, isn't it?
That's
you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's how it feels when you see both devices next to each other. When you don't, then it's a different story altogether. Because
so if you purchase the Tab S7, you won't feel like you have got a substandard device. You won't feel like you've got a device that has drawbacks. The only reason it has drawbacks is because it has a big brother called the Tab S7 Plus.
Yeah. Well, and the screen depends on the screen. People say you have an burn-in, and
except for the screen.
Okay, so I'll shut up now.
Oh, somebody's got buffering. You asked about transportation. We did answer on that. Depends what apps you have and how heavy they are. We announced the giveaway winner last week on the community post.
Yeah.
You have the Samsung Galaxy Tab A2. Cool. I bought the Tab S7, but still they don't have the cover. Nightmare.
I know. We waited for our Tab S7 cover probably 2 or 3 weeks. We did get the Tab S7 Plus cover fairly quickly with it. Actually, a couple of days. I think it even came before the device.
Yeah, no, it came first.
The day before the device came, actually. So, so there's every chance of that.
And can we have a big shout out to Samsung and ask them to actually get their deliveries in order? Maybe next time they announce something to actually deliver on time. I think we should all get together on that one. Microsoft
Office desktop version works on S7 Plus, or only mobile version with limited functionality.
It was mobile, wasn't it?
You can try it, but
I think I did it on Dex as well, and it was still mobile.
Still mobile version.
I think.
Yeah,
I would have to double check, but when I went into PowerPoint, I'm pretty sure it was the mobile version.
Yeah,
but I would have to check.
Okay, let's see.
Looking for more comments. Thank you for loving our channel.
Hope you guys are doing well.
We're doing really well, thank you. And COVID in Germany, we're doing pretty good here.
Yeah.
Touch wood and everything else.
Transportation design, we have who get to use it as +7.
I've done that one.
Okay, so why am I going down again? Because I need to click on new comments, don't I?
My goodness, we're losing comments here. Oh, please. Honestly, talk amongst yourselves a second while my husband goes back up and learns something about commenting.
It's a new streaming software, that's why.
Yeah, honestly, governor. Should I go onto my phone and find them, love?
In India, buying S7 Tab is really worth it. Yes, no 5G, no Wi-Fi, and Tab S7 Plus. No 5G, but you probably get a Wi-Fi version. 5G, no, I heard that before, that you can't get the 5G version. You can also not get the 5G version in the UK.
And that's another thing that Samsung need to get their backsides into, is getting every single territory the same, because we've got the 6 megabyte here, like you said.
6 gigabyte. Do Samsung devices lag nowadays? It depends lagging what.
Yeah, what kind of lag? I haven't noticed anything on these.
No. So multitasking, we had multitasking split screens open earlier.
Oh yeah, we did that earlier.
That was fine. On both devices, on the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus, we did that. What about the S Pen nib life? Yeah, there's no replacement nibs. Is there? It's only pens.
Everybody says that, but that's not true.
Is it not?
No. Well, I'm talking about the Tab S6 pen, but I thought the nibs on these were the same as the Tab S6 pen.
Yeah.
And if because you can get nibs on eBay here.
Yeah. So can we fold the keyboard case 180 degrees back, keeping the tab in my hand? Does magnet work properly tied? That's a good one, because
I don't even know what that means.
So let me see. So this is the back, right? So let me take this off.
Oh, I see.
Give me the smaller one, please. It's easier.
I haven't got the keyboard on it, love.
So keyboard, right? One side. Let's go through this quickly.
It's nice that it's not sticky on this time.
So this is magnetic. It's not adhesive like the Tab S6. Didn't like that. The back of the tablet, you put it on, and the magnet really sticks on there. It's no issues whatsoever. It's actually here. You can. That works.
Isn't it weird though that the book cover has a hole for the pen, but this doesn't?
Yeah.
I find that weird.
So you put this on.
Then
you turn it around. And the keys are then automatically disabled. I tried that already. So you can basically have it like that. It's not the most comfortable position. You can take it off. I would personally take it off, but you can do this. The keys are disabled, as I said. My personal preference is the hinge on the back.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Surface device. If you ever had one, you can basically do this. And then you put it on, and then you adjust your angle, and then you can write or draw whatever you feel like doing. And that's my personal favorite, actually. So yes, it folds, and keys are going to be disabled when you do so.
There you go. Does magnet work properly tight?
Yeah.
Hope there will be an update on the tablet. We hope there's going to be an update on the tablet because of the Fortnite issues, actually.
Yeah, Fortnite is currently only running on 30 FPS. We keep checking for an update. We spoke about this last time. We had the same issue when we had the Tab S6. And it took Epic Games a couple of weeks to update, and then we had 60 frames per second. But it will happen at one point.
Norman, I will clarify, when I said it's like having an older device, I don't mean that it feels like a 1980s device or anything like that. It just feels like you could have the Tab S6 in your hand, for example.
Yeah, so let me just adjust the microphone here. And it's a thing what we discussed earlier, because when you have your Tab S7 Plus next to it, then you have a difference in, not necessarily in the feel, but the way it's shaped. It's probably the better.
Well, I went out taking photos with it, and I immediately, I think, did we do Tab S6 versus Tab S7? Have we done that video?
Yeah, Tab S7 versus Tab S6.
I had the Tab S6 out with me and the Tab S7, and I was taking photos. And it was difficult to choose between the two devices, which one was the newest device. Only when taking photos and carrying. I'm talking about the actual heaviness of it and carrying it. But then when the Tab S7 Plus, you've got that in your hand, you know it's brand new.
It's really subjective. That's the whole thing. Design and everything else is always subjective. And what you like, I don't like, and vice versa.
Not about
that's why we fit so well.
I disagree. It's not about whether you like it or don't like it. It's there's a difference in the two devices when you take them out together.
So how would you compare writing on the S7 versus writing with pen and paper? That's one for you.
I don't
you
think
already-
anything will be like pen on paper.
No.
We've even had
No.
the paper light finishes on things to try and mock writing on paper. But I wouldn't say it's actually the device that makes it more like writing on paper. I would say it's the pen. I think the S Pen has improved so much
dramatically,
this
I would say that.
year that it is 100% better for me personally than the Tab S6 pen, and that's what's given a more natural writing experience. And even I said you need more pressure on the Tab S7. That may actually make it more like writing on paper.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, actually. I mean, once you put a screen protector on or the paper, like what have you, for the iPads, you
They're
get that
not
here.
for me.
No, they're not for me either. I used to have that because but then you probably get closer to have a feeling of writing on paper.
Yeah.
Love from Tottenham. I give that to Tony.
Love right back from Munich.
No, where are you from originally?
I'm from Sheffield.
Sheffield. So there you go.
Everybody keeps commenting that I sound like salad fingers. If you don't know what salad fingers is,
Don't Google. Don't.
Apparently, I sound like Mog's mum.
Yeah,
is the other
Mog's
one.
mom. That's right.
So what's the other?
Cannot replace laptop S7 Plus. A very subjective answer. That
I
is,
think it's easy that.
Yeah, well, it's a no for me
It's a
because
no for me.
but that's not limited to the S7 Plus or S7 or any tablet, because it's just I cannot work 100% without a laptop. But that's because we do many things differently. No, we have that. No,
You're always trying to like be on the fence and not upset anybody.
No, I'm not upsetting anybody. We spoke about this in our last live stream when we said when we work in a corporate environment, and that was about the Z Fold 2 with the split screen, and you have PowerPoint working fine and so on. But in reality, when you have all big tables and big pictures and what have you for a corporate presentation, like we used to have heavy presentations, you will need a laptop. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yes.
But when you are like doing light work or just on the go, then yes, that's fine. But I personally don't see any tablet as a replacement yet, because I mean, Dex is good. Dex comes close to that because
honestly, as soon as I get into Dex, I feel less limited. Yeah. So I honestly feel less limited. And if you have a keyboard setup, Bluetooth keyboard, Bluetooth mouse, a screen, and
yes, absolutely. Well, you have wireless Dex. We've shown that in one of our videos. Wireless Dex is a pretty cool feature, actually. I like that. That's pretty cool. You can sit
absolutely
on the sofa if you like, and then just do your work. So yeah, light work. If you maybe have I don't know, a small laptop, but
it
you don't do
honestly
heavy work,
depends.
yes.
If you're somebody who's your daily work is posting to Instagram, YouTube, etc.
But it's also software experience. It's not just the tablet experience itself. It's a software, because you have how long did Apple needed to get a proper browser going on not a mobile view on the iPad. And that's, there are certain things that always limit software limitations. You can, for example, on YouTube, on the devices, you open up YouTube and you cannot comment on a video in landscape mode. So, I mean, even in Dex or in...
say that slowly so people can really understand
even slower. When you have your Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus in landscape mode on YouTube and you watch our lovely videos, you cannot comment. You can turn it around in portrait mode and then scroll down, and then you can comment. But obviously, you can't use the keyboard then. When you are in Dex, none of that works.
So if you are a daily worker who has things to do on YouTube and also even mobile apps and stuff like that, there are glitches at the minute.
Yeah, and that's software related. So, hey, which one is better, 7 Plus or S6 has better speakers? 7 Plus has the best speakers of all three devices. We tested all the speakers. Also, check it in our video. Pretty cool music. But S7 Plus is the best speaker of all.
Is it water and dust protected?
We don't know.
I'm not taking in the
pool. We have issues finding out.
I bet it
but
must,
I've seen, no, to honestly, be fair, we've seen this question many times, but it's just, I don't know. I don't want to put it in the book.
If a device can manage in our house, it has to be dust protected.
Yeah, it has to really go through rigorous testing here. So have you reached Pluto by now? Now, but we just passed it. We're going back now.
It threw me off then.
In my opinion, it's better Tab 7 than Tab 7 Plus for price difference. Yeah, it's a big thing. Price
It is a big.
Especially these days. You know, you have to bear in mind we spend almost $1,500 with the keyboard for the top version of the S Plus and the keyboard. So that's a lot of money.
We've got another politician answer required by you. For the same price, what would you recommend? An iPad Pro or a Tab 7 Plus?
Or save money and buy a Tab 7. Well, you don't.
Are you ready for his best political answer?
Here's what I learned: you don't save money when you spend money. So no matter what you buy, you will not save money.
You should tell yourself that.
I know I'm bad. No, but this is a difficult one because the ecosystem plays a big role here, especially for the iPad, right? And it depends what devices you have. So I personally, if you do power, okay. Look,
working on it.
Turn around. If you have powerful work, like proper powerful work, they have their own chips in there. They have their own. You can do with LumaFusion. You can do actually a proper 4K video editing. For many people, it is a thing. Then you do. You go for the iPad. There's just you can't do that on the Tab 7 Plus, and that is limited to software though. We tried Adobe. We have tried Adobe Rush. It's so buggy and lax. It's just not fun really.
But our standard answer at the end of the day is
ecosystem.
It's apples and pears.
Yeah.
For a start, they're both not the same devices. They're not even in the same stratosphere, really, because they have very different audiences. And the iPad Pro also with the Magic Keyboard, then you're talking
a hell of money,
lots of money, and I don't think it's fair to compare the two.
You also have the first thing you notice, you have a I know it sounds all simple and on paper, or you see it in the shop, but what you actually don't realize when you have both devices side by side, let's say you have the S7 Plus and the iPad Pro big version, the aspect ratio is different already. So you have like a tall device next to a sleek, nice looking device. So already you kind of wondering, okay, is this too big for me to carry around? I know it sounds silly, but these are the questions you will ask yourself. It's true. It's true. I do.
I don't.
She's mocking me.
At all. I never mock him, honestly. I don't know the answer to that one. I'm sorry. Does Clip come pre-installed in all regions?
I don't know. We'll have to check.
I don't know. So,
Tab 6 Lite versus Tab 7 for students. Is the extra money worth it? Yes, 100%.
I don't know. Yes, a student depends what they're using it for.
Yeah, but the power.
Don't listen to him.
No, the power difference will make a difference. If you are super light work, Tab 6 Lite, which the name suggests, then yes.
Yeah, but you've got no keyboard then.
And yeah, well, you can have a Bluetooth keyboard anyway for both devices, so that's no problem. But if you want more power, and you also have to see a more future-proof device, because both devices have the latest processor installed, which means it's future-proof, right? At least for 3 years, because Samsung is also doing 3 years of Android upgrades, all the generations. So they committed themselves to that. When you buy one today, you are good to go for 3 years, 100%. So I would personally go for the Tab 7.
Tab 7? You said Tab 7 Plus.
No, Tab 7. The question is Tab 6 Lite versus Tab 7.
Oh, I completely brain.
More money, better tablet. Yeah.
I completely lost the plot.
Speaker, here in the UK, all the deliveries are all okay. Okay, there was one delivery issue, I think. Speakers, we answered already. That's the S7. Okay, let me see. I don't want to miss any questions yet. Any opinions on the recent announced A7? I have no opinions on that yet. iPad Air 4. Until these devices, no, that I don't have an opinion on that.
The iPad Air looks a little.
Does S7 really has 120 hertz? It says internally, it does say that. We ran test UFO, which is a motion blur test for displays. It comes on with 120 hertz at first, and then it bounces back to 60 hertz. And there was a lot of people who came up with some ideas or suggestions how to fix it or what I need to do, which we are really grateful of. And what I did do, though, because it did nothing really work, what I did do, I put the Tab S7 Plus next to it, and we had 120 hertz continuously from the beginning to the end. So I don't know what the issue is. Maybe it isn't powerful enough to hold it up. I don't know. But yes, 120 hertz, the device says so because it comes pre-installed. With 120 hertz, you actually have to deselect that feature if you want to go back to 60 hertz. So
don't go down because
sorry.
I was answering one up further up.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, love.
I've lost it now.
Excuses.
Oh, the note taken on the S7 or the iPad Pro 2020. We have both of those. And the iPad Pro, actually, the pen is better on the Tab S7.
Yeah. I think the best way to explain it is you have...
it's like a tapper.
Yeah, so when you tap with the...
I do draw with both.
With the Apple Pencil, you tap against that LCD screen of the iPad Pro, you have like a glass proper doom, doom, doom.
Yeah.
It's like you knock against glass. Whereby here, because of the nib on the pen of the Tab S7 or of Samsung S Pen,
it's
the
more
design
natural.
is like, you don't hear anything. It's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
It's like really, it's almost like, what you call it in English, the Federung. What is that?
Don't know, I'm not.
Stoßdämpfer. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't think of the simplest
His interpreter's not very good. I'm on English mode now. So yeah, the iPad Pencil, I think they need to do something about that.
Yeah.
You really losing some of the questions.
No, I'm not.
Can you stop, please? I've lost it now. So there's a question about the MacBook Air versus the Tab S7 Plus.
Okay. Well, go back. Don't
just
worry
wait
about
while
it.
my PA gets the questions in order.
Didn't enjoy the Surface Pro as a tablet since it's...
there was a question about...
There you go.
Where?
So we had this one here.
Wasn't that one? I was
120 hertz. We just stuck there. Does it really have 120 hertz? And then this one, Wi-Fi or LTE.
Go further down.
Always LTE. I always go for LTE versions. I just want to be independent. iPad 4, we had that.
There, stop.
Yeah.
How big does the S7 Plus really look in comparison to the MacBook Air? How big?
We don't have a MacBook Air here.
No, but we know what.
We have a 13-inch
yeah.
MacBook Pro.
Yeah,
You
but
have
we also are regular people stood at the Apple counter.
Yeah, so well, the MacBook Air is bigger and taller. That's the 100%.
I think it's difficult because you're talking tablet versus laptop again.
Yeah,
and the Air is bigger than that, but it feels sturdier, obviously, because of.
But yeah. So we go down. Hey, and you got your guru, your Sandeep. Hey, greetings from Rotterdam. The only thing I know in Dutch is rondjelopen.
I don't want to know what that means.
Walking in circles. It's not a secret.
How is Dex? Dex is
cool.
Wireless Dex is
wireless
great.
Dex is
we
cool.
Love it.
Yeah, we love it.
I actually love turning the tab into a big touchpad.
So basically, the entire S7 is a gimmick to sell this S7 Plus. Yes and no. I mean, this is a tough one again. It requires a politician to answer that one. I can see why people say that, but when you look at our devices, right, we have a $500 difference between both devices. And I know you can get the Tab S7 Plus cheaper than we did, but we don't want to miss out on 5G and what have you. The 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. So it really depends on your budget and what it is you need. I can see why you're saying that. And sometimes we have this discussion here where we say we don't understand why companies are doing this. Whether this be a camera company or like Samsung or anybody else, every single device is different. And it's like, you choose, what do you choose? What do you go for?
My main issue, I don't find the S7 is a gimmick. I think that's unfair. But what I think they've done is they have marketed marketed it incorrectly, because we all waited for the next runner to the Tab S6. So we all expected to have the Tab S6, but better.
Yeah.
And that's not actually really what happened. We saw the major updates on the Tab S7 Plus, obviously, but the Tab S7 is somewhere in no man's land between do I buy a Tab S6 or do I buy a Tab S7 Plus? And I think that's the major issue for me, that the marketing for the Tab S7 is so unclear where it's supposed to be placed.
Yeah. No, that's right. So battery life, I had a question. I've seen a question for battery life. We also gone into this. I'm just looking, I wrote it down. We have 10 hours, almost 10 hours on the Tab S7 Plus continuously playing Netflix on full brightness. And we have 8 hours for the Tab S7 doing the same thing. So I actually was surprised, because I thought the bigger battery will take more juice because of the screen, but for some reason, probably the screen technology it's better. So 2 hours more we had with the Tab S7 Plus than we had for the Tab S7.
Yeah.
Let's go down. Can we code on it? Honey Patel, I'm really sorry, I'm not a coder. So
I so wish I was.
Any USB ports on the keyboard? Nope. Keyboard is also not backlit, so no port is available on that. Is LTPS LCD
the
good or
keyboard
not?
is sturdier though than the last version.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes, of course. So the keyboard is much better. I don't.
Well.
Yeah. The finish and everything, the actual typing on it is really good. Where we do have a challenge is the touchpad. That's not what
Don't
we.
talk to me about the touchpad.
So there's a bit of a challenge with the touchpad. The keyboard, I would still go for the keyboard. That's my personal answer. How can we coordinate?
Yeah, I don't like the touchpad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a bit funny with touchpads anyway.
So how's the display quality in terms of HDR and brightness on the Tab S7 Plus? So HDR is available. We can watch HDR content on Netflix. That works fine. It's super bright. And the Tab S7 is also super bright. And in case I repeat myself, when you look to both devices full brightness, you actually can only see color differences. That Tab S7 Plus is more vibrant. You have deeper blacks and it's just more colorful, right? But it's bright. Both feel bright enough because the Tab S7 also has 500 nits. As soon as you move sideways like that, then you will see a difference immediately.
Okay, so people were commenting at the time, why would you move sideways?
Why would you? Well, it's because
I have a user case for that.
Go on.
When I'm cooking, I watch Netflix. So I walk around the kitchen when I am cooking, because I'm not a good cook and I don't like cooking. So I do look at the screen from different angles.
Okay, well, that's one user case, but it's also just kind of to explain it. But it's a fair point, right? Why would you move sideways? But then you kind of, if you pick up a phone or if you pick up something on your desk, you move away, then you won't see what's actually on there. I know it sounds silly.
You will see it.
Well, it depends what brightness you have.
Milky.
Brightness level. Yeah. So, okay.
Software update for trackpad, absolutely, please.
Yeah.
It's actually too overly eager.
Yeah, so we can. I'll try to. I'll try to do with
opening stuff.
I know. I'll try to do kind of speed, go.
Yeah, but it's also
to
the
adjust
tap.
the speed.
It's
I know.
It's way too sensitive.
So can you make another video on S7 decks and wireless decks? We don't know. We'll look into this. Promise.
Why are you going up there?
Because in case we missed something.
Oh, I see. Are we at the bottom?
Yes. Can you talk about USB-C board already? And I want to know what kind of dongle I should get.
Dongle.
I don't have a dongle for the USB-C port for this one. I tried several devices plugging in, and it works. So it obviously has OTG, external hard drive. It all works fine.
That, Ania.
Yeah, we'll answer that. External monitor works also fine.
So drag and drop.
Can you? Yeah, we adjusted the trackpad sensitivity. We did that already.
No, the question first. Drag and drop. Can we drag and drop?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, you can drag and drop.
I ordered Tab 7. Is it worth $720 with taxes? Well, only you can decide that, really.
Well,
I know it sounds. I mean, depends.
Depends if you really want it. Then it's absolutely 100% worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really wanted this. And is it worth the money? Yes.
Does Tab 7 feel smooth at 120 hertz while video streaming and gaming? Yes, it does. We have a comparison with the Tab 6 out there, and you can see that the jelly or jerky effect is less than on the Tab 6. So Tab 7 is better. However, I have to say this because we are brutally honest. When you put the Tab 7 against or versus the Tab 7 Plus, the Tab 7 Plus virtually has no jerkiness or jelly effect in slow motion. Nada. Whereby the Tab 7 has some of it. So there's a difference, and I guess you get what you pay for.
Somebody asked if we do an iPad comparison, and I think we answered this last time that we it's such a different entity between the two, and we would get to the end of the video and say depends on your ecosystem.
We're leaving this one up to other people.
We're thinking about it, but whenever we get to the end of Apple versus Samsung, it always comes down to ecosystem, and that gets a bit boring after a while.
There's also a lot of hate comments we want to avoid.
Oh, we get a lot of hate.
So there's one, Blake. Hi, Blake. Any details on battery life when running in 60 hertz mode? Yes, we've tried that as well. It's actually really interesting result.
Is it on the video?
It's one of the videos. I can't remember which one. But 60 hertz was even worse. So we had an hour less on 60 hertz than on the 120 hertz on the Tab 7. So that was a surprise to me. So we tried that as well.
So Sarah, she's saying you can still cancel your order for the 725. Honestly, worth is very personal, and it's a great device. It's absolutely, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it. It's only when compared with other devices. And that's exactly why we don't want to do the iPad Pro comparison, because the Tab S7 Plus may take a bit of stick from the iPad Pro, and it's not a fair comparison.
I mean, people want to see it because they want to know where to invest, because it is a lot of money, and we get that. We understand that totally. It's just it's tough ecosystem, right? So since we have both, we're kind of unbiased. So we have MacBooks. I have the Samsung Flex book here, the Iron book. We've got all the devices.
We've got a mix of everything.
Crazy, but
two ecosystems.
Surface lineup, because we just want to see, what device really works well and how it works together with the ecosystem. And that's always a big thing. And Apple is doing a good job, right? So Apple is doing an excellent job. They're going to lock you in forever. There's no way you get out. And they're doing it really well. And so you have to decide if you want to do that. It works really well, but you will never get out again. Kind of.
Yeah, but you don't want to get out.
No. So
you want to have both.
Are the cameras good for making YouTube videos and can it record 4K? 4K, 30 frames per second. The forward-looking camera, doable. The selfie camera is 1080p, 30 frames per second. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use any tablet camera for YouTube videos.
Yeah, but that's just us.
Yeah, it depends what you do. You'd rather get a Canon M50.
If you are wanting to start with YouTube channel and you have a phone or a tablet, then I think that for taking videos is pretty good.
So gaming experience, we spoke about that. Gaming experience is actually good. The problem currently we have is that the game makers haven't updated their applications yet. So we spoke about it briefly earlier. Fortnite is only available in 30 frames per second as of today until Epic will update. But from what we did and what we tried, gaming was absolutely perfect. Also, you will see us had some question with cloud gaming. You obviously have Stadia, and I mean the platform itself is, no matter what,
it's choppy for us.
It's choppy. We have a really strong internet connection here, wired, and it's still choppy. So when we do test for web-based application, which is similar to cloud gaming, kind of, and the Tablet 7 Plus is the best performing device for that, for sure. So that's all I can say for that, actually. Okay. So let's move on. Display comparison S7 versus iPad Pro. So 4 hours charging on 15 watts. So that's a good one. Let me get into this because today
I can't see anything anymore because we're completely scrolling.
Today, no, that's here. Look, we were here before that. Okay. And today, I basically ran the Tablet 7 down all the way to like until it died, and I plugged it in. What I didn't realize is that the fast charge, I have a fast charger. I wanted to see how long it takes for fast charging. What I didn't realize, fast charging only works when the device is plugged, when the device is turned on. So I let it charge, thinking the Tablet 7 doesn't have the fast charging. So it took me 2.5 hours to charge it full, from like literally the battery died to full 2.5 hours with 15 watt. So we'll try 45 watt as well and see what the results are.
Okay, someone's asked about the iPad Pro with Paper-like screen protector or Samsung Tab S7. We've actually tested both of those, the iPad Pro with the Paper-like. And the answer is the same as before. I'm an iPad girl. I love my iPad. But for writing and taking notes, I think the pen is better on the Tab S7.
Which one you recommend? So for watching movies, Netflix, hearing songs, and for general usage, and this Tab S7 or 6 good as the S7 gets 3 years updates and S6 won't be. And the S6 will still get the updates. Yeah. You still get the 3 years updates. It's probably 1 year behind, so you kind of get 2 generations now. I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
The S6 gets that was in the press release. Anything from the moving forward from the Tab S6 to today and moving forward will get 3 years of updates.
Yeah.
Which one do you recommend? Again, it depends. Do you like the screen? Then stick with the S6. But if you are wanting some future-proof device, I would go with the Tab S7.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It just jumps all the time, that's all.
It's not user error.
Is the keyboard cover clicky?
What's that mean?
Try that.
What does that mean?
Clicky.
You mean sound-wise?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it good for long sessions for typing? I don't know. I would never use a keyboard that small for long sessions for typing, but that's me. So I apologize. That's just me.
It's me too. You're asking the wrong people. I wouldn't use that for long typing. But I also wouldn't use the MacBook for a long-term typing because that's a pain in the backside.
We've got a 2018 MacBook. I never had a worse keyboard. But then we get 2 letters at the same time. That's pretty cool.
And when they stick, that's the best.
Thoughts on getting a new S6 or wait for the Tab S7 Plus? Tab S7 Plus. That's
Thoughts
my
on getting
answer.
a new Tab S6 or wait for the Tab S7? It depends what they want.
Can I ask, the Tab S7 support 5G? No, it's only 4G. It's LTE version. The 5G is only the Tab S7 Plus. I checked several regions, and some regions don't even get the 5G version of the Tab S6 Plus. But LTE, normal LTE 4G is available for the regular Tab S7.
I agree with you, Christian, that Samsung should
include a 45 watt charger with premium price. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point.
Is there a shortage here of Tab S7 Plus?
Yeah, we basically pre-ordered when we were live on our live stream.
Yeah.
So we were kind of literally the first second. The website was still updating when we pre-ordered. It was still crashing. And then I could see that suddenly the shipment date changed to later every single time it went on.
Yeah.
So I think
what is it now?
I think it's mid-September. But then you have to check different places, like Amazon, for example. They can offer you different versions. We have Amazon here, for example, will get you a LTE version, but not the regular version.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there's a shortage, and I don't know why the US is so behind in terms of getting that. Kind of frustrating probably for the guys over there.
Yeah.
Must be. Pre-order start now. Shipment was 25th of
yeah.
September. Wow.
Ouch.
Dropbox
That's
is not available in Samsung File Manager. Any chance it will change? I would not know that.
Give me the...
There you go.
Thank you, love.
Google Chrome is desktop version on DeX mode. So
You can't talk to me at the same time as I'm doing
I know
something.
multitasking should be your
I'll
thing. Though.
forget what I'm doing.
We'll have to check that.
You're on your own, love.
I know. So is there any difference between S Pen and S7 and S7 Plus?
What?
We spoke about that here.
No difference in the pen.
No, the pen itself is not different.
Difference in the device.
Difference in the device, and you spoke about that earlier. The S Pen or the Tab S7 regular version, you need more pressure to write something down, and there could be the screen, the TFT/LCD technology that basically does it, because the pens are the same.
Yeah.
They may not have included it, but they give half price on the keyboard cover. So it depends on, so on the keyboard, so they can use other half money, 45. But yeah, it depends what region you're in, because we paid full price for everything here. There are hardly any specials in Germany. But in other regions, I can see there was somebody from Chile actually commented he got a full package, including the cover, 45-watt charger, and it was like a really good price. So he was pretty happy. I guess it depends really on the region. Is keyboard backlit? Unfortunately, not. It's not backlit. In my country, only the 6 GB RAM variant is available for the Tab S7 Plus. Ouch. Is 6 GB RAM enough? Yes, it is enough. I would say, yeah, it is enough. You have obviously Android has a RAM distribution, so it will kind of distribute the available RAM and take something from other apps if you have a more powerful app running. If you can get the 8 GB, go for it. If not, 6 GB will do. You just have less available RAM than out of the box, pretty much.
Yeah, there's no Dropbox.
Tab S7 for productivity over the iPad for sure. Better multitasking, note-taking, Microsoft Office is included. Yeah. India shipment date, we wouldn't know. Is an overkill. Tab S7.
Let us know when you find out, though.
Yeah. I got to sleep my sleeping time. Oh. What color would you recommend, like the shiny colors? No, I would always go for the dark, for the matte black version. You have Mystic Bronze, not a big fan of that. You have silver as well. I think silver is nice.
You've got a keyboard on anyway, so it really doesn't
matter.
Yeah,
so, well, this is true. You get, not everybody has a keyboard cover on there, but you may have a cover that will hide the color anyway. If you don't have a cover, then I probably would choose between silver and black. Can it open 2 instances of the same app side by side? We tried different apps.
Absolutely.
The same app.
Oh, the same app. 1 second. One moment, please, everybody. We'll do 2 YouTubes then, see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
2 YouTubes.
Don't want to miss any questions. I'm sorry if I go up
No,
and down.
YouTube is already running. I can't open 2 at the same
so you cannot open 2 apps at the same time.
Unless there's another way of doing it, which I don't know about.
Any alternative Tab S7 Plus keyboard cover? Yeah, we get emails every day to basically try stuff on our channel, whether it be headphones or keyboards. We just got today 2 emails from some people who make external keyboards or keyboard covers
for the Tab
S7. Yeah, so there are people who are doing that, and we're just not big on these several videos of that. We may do a video for accessories later on. But I
would also say that if you are wanting to use it with the DeX function, etc., get a Bluetooth keyboard. Have it as a setup.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we did that with the Tab S6 Lite. We had a full setup.
Yeah.
You can connect the Bluetooth keyboard and the mouse at the same time. There's no issues. And then with wireless DeX, it's then, I mean, you just have that as a side device, right? You can then basically drag and drop, and you can move your screen.
Yeah.
If you don't have a keyboard and you use wireless DeX, you can use your Tab S7 as a touchpad and a writing.
That's in our
device.
videos
Yes.
as well. You can see that live in our videos.
Yes. I love silver. Good. I love black.
What happens? Why do we go up and down?
No, it's because Windows works really well. Xbox on Tab S7 is amazing. Can play YouTube videos in 4K resolution? I tried this on the Tab S7. It didn't work on the Tab S7. There was only HD available. We can try it.
I'll put ours on so we don't get copyrighted. Oh yeah, I've got a keyboard.
So it didn't work for the Tab S7, but we'll try and no, we'll have to try the Tab S7 Plus, but you can try again. So yeah, just give us a second. It's up here. Captions this way, skip ads. Lovely advertisement here. Quality audio 1440p is available. 1440p is available. So that's all. You can't really see it, but that's the availability. So
Tab S7 Plus.
Tab S7 Plus. There you go.
Thank you, love. God, I need more room.
Can you show us the size of the shift key? I've seen other videos where the shift key looks smaller than the regular size, and I'm thinking that is a regional thing. Okay.
Do you want that one?
That's fine.
You're telling everyone your password. Let me find YouTube.
Okay, so what we're doing now?
I'm doing YouTube. Don't put me off. Thank you very much. What are you doing?
There was something there. When you turn it around, you have the AKG.
And we need the...
Yeah. Just go here. Right.
Sorry.
$170. Then you have
140. Sorry.
1440. So 1440p is available for both the Tab S7 and Tab S7 Plus when you play like YouTube and 4K videos. So that's the maximum resolution we could get.
What was the question you were doing?
I can't remember now. Oh, the shift key. That's what the shift key. You're the shift key here. You're the person for the shift key. Do you want to use it?
The shift keys are obviously different on the two keyboards.
Yeah, so can you show us the size of this shift
I can.
key? I've seen other videos where the shift key looks smaller than the regular size.
It is on the Tab S7. It is the... Wait moment. See, on the Tab S7...
You hold it and show the camera, so...
No. So it is smaller on that one. It's obviously bigger, but still... Sorry there, the second. So it works fine for me.
Cool. Hopefully that helped. Samsung has promised this generation will have updates. 3 generations of Android upgrades will come. Samsung has blasted out a press release for that. Dolby Vision on iPad Pro or HDR10 on Tab S7 Plus, which is better while watching Netflix. That's a tough one. We have to actually check the iPad Pro upstairs. We don't have it down here. But the Tab S7 Plus is really pretty cool in terms of speaker. So I like the sound of that better, actually, than the iPad Pro.
I always have headphones on.
Yeah. Is there any difference in latency between S7 and S7 Plus S Pen? That's yours.
We can't see any latency between the two.
So which display is better? Regular Tab S7, 11-inch or iPad Pro? iPad Pro. Yeah, I put both side by side. The iPad Pro is better.
Yeah.
As than the Tab S7. How good is Tab S7? 6 good in 5 years, 3 years of updates.
I think 5 years is a long time for a tablet.
S7 versus S7 Plus for student. Oh,
S7 versus S7 Plus for a student.
Yeah, so you can take that one for change.
Depends what you're working on, obviously. If you're working on heavy documentation. When I was a student, which is many, many years ago now, an S7 would have sufficed because stop laughing. Because I didn't need to do any heavy editing or anything like that. So it really depends on user case.
Yeah. Okay. Will there S7 Plus Wi-Fi version in India because their website doesn't show it?
Don't know, do you?
I don't know, no. I've seen that one before. What is better, Tab S7 or convertible laptop for students? I would say a convertible laptop is better than any tablet. It's not limited to the Tab S7.
But it depends if they're note taking.
Yeah, well, good one. Depends.
I would still rather use a pen and paper.
Have you seen a silver one yet? It's good looking. I haven't seen a silver one yet in real life, only the matte black one.
No, they didn't. I was in town yesterday. They didn't have anything out actually yet.
Okay. Let me see if we missed any high ends. Will S7 Plus age well from software perspective? Well, it depends. No, it doesn't depend. It's the 3 years generation, so you will have the 3 years that Samsung already promised to everybody in terms of Android. And the what I would say also is there's always that double-edged sword for third-party apps, right? Applications. How much or how long will they support a certain version of Android, or how long will they stay in that system, and so on and so on. So because you have so many components coming together, it's sometimes really difficult, whereby when you're in the Apple ecosystem, for example, you basically have everything. They won't let anything else happen through their gate unless they say so, right? We've seen that with Epic Games and Fortnite. So there's always, it has a plus side and a minus side, these customizations and these applications, the availability. For example, we wouldn't be able to download Epic Fortnite now on an iPad. We can do that here because Epic.
Truth.
Yeah. So
hashtag truth.
So will it age well from software perspective? I would say you save for the next 3 years for sure.
Well, that's all we can say on any Samsung device, to be fair.
What else is there? Have you seen the silver one? We've had that already. Convertible laptop, is that we have
somebody did ask, I can't see it now, but somebody did ask about the book cover on the 7 Plus and what it looks like.
Okay.
Is that the one that came with it, or did the
we
book
have
cover
we have the book cover, not the keyboard cover. The book cover for the Tab S7 is upstairs.
The thing I find interesting is that there's a hole for the pencil.
So what you have is, let me just put this mic.
We should have brought it down.
Okay. I can explain that.
Excuse us.
So you have the book cover. The book cover looks pretty much similar to this. The difference on the back here is this bit. This is not protected, so your pen will stick out here.
But it sticks hard magnetically.
Well, yeah, but you will lose it for sure in your bag. The pen is loose here. You still have a hinge. You can adjust that, and then you basically have a similar design to this, and then you can adjust it in 2 angles. One is higher up and one is lower down, and that's pretty much it. So that's the book cover for you. I hope this helped. Okay, so let's go to new comments. Does it have any Gorilla Glass? I actually don't know. I have to check that. Someone needs to go upstairs. How is the outer material in the keyboard? Do you think it will end up peeling like those old synthetic leather material? I actually don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's pretty solid. It feels good. It feels so much better than the S6 keyboard in my eyes.
It's just a bit flappy.
Yeah, but you have these things here. So because it's magnetic here as well. But I don't think it is. It's plasticky here and stuff. I don't think it will peel.
No.
Is S7 screen really bad? No, it's not bad.
No. Sorry, I'm sniffing it. I'm a sniffer. No, the S7 screen isn't bad. It's only because everybody compares it to the Tab S7 Plus.
Yeah, that's when we had one. How does the Microsoft Office apps like Office 365 work on Tab S7? Any comments of partnership with Microsoft for integration?
Oh, they're great. I love using the Samsung Notes and pulling in a PDF and then sending it off to PowerPoint. It all works seamlessly.
Absolutely. It works really well together, Microsoft and Samsung.
Actually, that's one of the things that can make it really hit the people who want to use it as a laptop.
Yeah.
Because I found that super useful.
Yeah. So is 128 gigabyte of storage enough? I would say yes. In the world of cloud, you probably have everything stored away anyway. One thing to notice is that you will only get, let me check, 107 gigabyte out of the box. The rest is taken up by Android.
Yeah.
So I think it's enough. I I only get the 256 version for the Tab S7 Plus because that's the top version for 5G. If that would be available in 128 gigabyte, then I would get that because everything is in the cloud anyway.
Somebody's asked if you
Yeah.
can buy a what's that? A spare pen for your Tab S7 or Tab S7
Yes.
Plus if you lose it, and it absolutely
It's around $60.
$69,
Yes,
isn't it?
between 60 and 80 dollars depending on where you are in the region.
Do you recommend a screen protector? I don't like them. I'm sorry.
Yes and no.
I would say for Jens, yes, because he already smashed his iPad Pro.
But that's the only reason I did that is because I wanted to have the perfect shot for a video. What the iPad did do then, I was just falling down on glass, and then that was it.
It fell down
shut it,
directly on the glass.
So for that, yes. But for the experience, I can tell you that
honestly, I
with the
don't
screen
think
protector was pretty much you take 25% off your screen experience.
Yeah.
That was for me.
I'm not a screen protector fan unless it's for your kids.
Yeah, I mean, Paperlike is kind of the same.
I don't like that either. I'm really sorry.
No, that's fine. We had that on the iPad.
We did try it.
Yeah.
We tried it for a long time, and I'm so pleased I didn't put it on my iPad.
Is there any difference in DeX mode between S7 and S7 Plus? Nope, exactly the same. Wireless DeX or
Max Gaming.
Stationary DeX.
I like your question, Max Gaming.
Samsung or Apple? Yeah, you decide. You let us know. Let us know in the comments. Which one would you go for?
Depends what you're buying, I guess.
iPad Pro or Tab S7 Plus, which is better for Netflix? Oh,
I love Netflix on the iPad Pro. I'm sorry.
We briefly touched on that earlier. You have a different aspect ratio already. It's 16:9, I think, and then 4:3 for the iPad. So the iPad is taller. It really depends. I like this aspect ratio for the Tab S7 Plus than on the iPad. That's my personal opinion. So I would choose the Tab S7 Plus, and you would choose the iPad Pro.
Yep. Max Gaming, you said Apple. Lol. Actually, I have been in the Apple ecosystem for how many years? Probably 15.
Well, we started with the beta version of the iPhone, didn't we?
The special old people version.
No, we started with. We always used to be Windows. I used to love Windows. I used to have these fancy, expensive Sony laptops, these small ones. You remember when these really small ones where you hardly couldn't type? And then these colorful MacBooks came out, and we tried one. And I couldn't get my head around it first.
White MacBook.
The white MacBook, and I like the colorful one, the orange one. And then we kind of moved over. And now, since we have the MacBook key things going on here, we'll look elsewhere again because I'm so tired of the keyboard on the MacBook. It's just unbelievable.
But honestly, I work in the ecosystem 100% every single day. I have the Samsung devices also, obviously, with the watches, the phone, and the tablet to make sure that we stay on top of everything. But my major amount of work is actually done in the Apple ecosystem because of Final Cut more than anything.
Well, we have Final Cut, but also we are, as I said earlier, you are logged in when we try to communicate.
This is nice. When we walk into an Apple store, they always ask you for your Apple ID. Yeah. And our Apple IDs are the first ones that came out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Our emails are mac.com. Yeah. And they look at us every single time in the Apple store like we're old people.
Yeah, but we're not.
We're
28,
Gen
25.
X. We're not boomers, honestly.
No.
Sorry, let's get back on to Samsung. Yes.
So iPad Pro versus Galaxy Tab S7. You need to let us know what you want to do first.
Tab S7. Where do you want an answer? I think we've given that answer.
No, can the book cover completely close the S Pen in the inside slot? No, the S Pen sticks out. Let me just demonstrate.
Does excessive note taking get scratches on the screen? I haven't done excessive note taking, to be honest, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. Palm rejection is perfect when drawing, absolutely perfect.
Just quick one. Book cover. This area here will be free. You will not have a protective thing. The pen will literally stick out.
We can always be friends, Max Gaming. Yeah. We're friendly people. Is the S7 Plus worth the upgrade from the Tab S6? I use my Tab S6 a lot for school and work.
I would
If you're
say
happy
yes.
with it, then why would you
Yeah, so
upgrade?
two different opinions. I would say yes, it is worth upgrade to the Tab S7 Plus, not necessarily to the Tab S7, depending on your user case. Again, Tab S7 Plus 100%. Again, there's a pricing involved though, depending on your budget.
What he said. But I think you can actually upgrade your Tab S6 just by getting the new S Pen.
I really want to do note-taking and media consumption. I'm a student, I do projects and stuff. So note-taking and media consumption, they actually both are good. iPad Pro as well as the Tab S7 is good. Personally, I like the note-taking better on the Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus.
Than what?
Than the iPad Pro because of the glass,
the
feeling of the Apple Pencil.
pen.
Yeah, it's like you're tapping on glass. So for note-taking, I would definitely choose the Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus. For media consumption, both are good devices. Both have different aspect ratios. One is a bit taller. The iPad Pro is a bit taller than the Tab S7 Plus, for example.
I'm going to answer Marcus because Marcus asks whether the Tab S7 Plus is too big to enjoy in IT tablet mode. No, absolutely not. Remember, when I first got my first Max phone, or the first bigger, I always get the Max version of anything. And Jens couldn't understand me having them. And then when he's been on them, you never go back. So once you've had a Plus, you'll never go back to a smaller tablet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Personally.
Cool. So what else have we got? Please check for any protections to Tab S7. Let us know in the next video. It's too big to enjoy. Okay. Huawei tablet versus Tab S7. Huawei, I've got an issue with because, and I know it's going to be very...
Huawei.
Yeah, sorry. It's maybe a bit of divide here, but
Thank you, Max.
The non-availability of Google, which isn't their fault, of Play Store and Google applications would super limit me in anything I do. Basically.
I've forgotten what the question is already.
So, well, basically the Huawei versus Tab S7 Plus. So Tab S7 Plus would win for me 100%. Also, I've seen reports that they will not be able to use the processors anymore because the US put another sanction on, or it's the same sanction, I'm not sure, but they don't have any, they're like chaotic currently and buying anything I can, but it says like in the next quarter, they will not be able to ship any phones or tablet with the same processor anymore, with the external processor and what you have. So interesting development there.
I checked out mentally then. I'm very sorry, love.
It's too much the S7 Plus to only take 100 notes. If you only take 100 notes, then if you don't do anything else than taking notes, then I would go for the Tab S7, not the Tab S7
I'd be happy
Plus.
with the Tab S6 Lite just for taking notes.
Just for taking notes. That's taking notes. That's a good point. Tab S6 Lite.
I really like that easy device.
How about speaker comparing with iPad Pro, please?
You've done that, haven't you?
No, with iPad Pro we haven't done, but the Tab S7 Plus and the iPad Pro are very similar. You have a different feel. Obviously, it's difficult to describe. We'll put it up in our video, and then you will see it. But I couldn't hear much of a difference really. I ordered the Wi-Fi only 256, 8 GB of RAM. Tab S7 Plus will still be an option if my Wi-Fi goes down. Yes, will be an option. So you can basically connect your phone, no problem whatsoever. Do you make video about Xbox cloud gaming? It has bigger and better screen for the same price. So I'm not sure. Are we out of questions here? We can basically, if you guys don't have any questions anymore, or let us know now in your comments.
Is it dinner time?
Thanks, Jens, Tony, for answering. No problem. Our pleasure. Great review. Is there a major difference in note-taking in S7 and S7 Plus? That's over to you.
I honestly, I'm mentally checked out, love.
That's okay. Is there a difference in note-taking between the S7 and the S7 Plus?
The only note-taking differences that we've said already is the pressure that's needed when working on the Tab S7. It's hard to explain, but unless you use both devices next to each other, you won't understand. But the Tab S7 demands a little bit more pressure than the Tab S7 Plus.
Can you show the backside of the keyboard cover again, please? We can wait. I want to see how much it covers without the keyboard attached. Okay, so they
I
detach
don't
the
get
keyboard,
it.
please. Okay.
What do you need?
This is the here. So this is the. Can you hold this? Sorry.
That's why you
So the backside of the keyboard. Let's see if the camera focuses on here. Yeah. And now you go around. This is the bottom bit, and you will have your connector, your pins down there to put the keyboard on, and that's the other side here. And that's your pen protection flap thingy, and that's that side. It's pretty much it's sticking out a tiny bit on each side.
If you are somebody
that helps.
who draws or writes a lot with a pen, the S Pen actually is a nicer experience than the Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
Can hear our dog barking.
Maybe we get a delivery from Samsung. Palm rejection, Apple Pencil versus S Pen.
Perfect.
Both the same, or is there a difference?
I don't really see a difference in the palm rejection on both of them. They both work perfectly well for me.
Okay. What to buy? Rishba, which one? I didn't see a question. I know you said please answer. What do you need to know, please?
I don't like screen protectors or the paper-like experience things personally because it changes my viewing experience.
So Carlos is going about the 120 hertz again. Previous video, the test show 60 hertz. We do test UFO, which is a motion blur test, and every time I put a tab 7 on that, the 120 hertz pop up at first, but then you will go back to 60 hertz. So the 120 hertz, and we'll try different things, and thanks to many of our viewers who suggested doing certain things, but nothing worked. So what I did was I put the tab 7 Plus next to it, and the tab 7 Plus has no issue with test UFO and 120 hertz. It stays constant at 120 hertz. So I'm not sure if that's power related, or I checked even different browsers if that makes a difference, but that's basically what happens with the tab 7. But again, it says 120 hertz by default inside the system in your system management, and you would have to basically disable it and go to 60 hertz in order to get to 60 hertz. So 120 hertz comes by default.
There's a few questions that we've had once already.
Okay.
Does it come with a default screen guard? We got ours with the book cover, didn't we? But it doesn't naturally come with that.
No.
So it doesn't naturally come with anything. I think we just got it as one of the
Thank you, Mike, for watching. That's appreciated.
you.
I haven't used Apple products yet. It is worth over Samsung great hardware.
If you've never used Apple products before, and it's
so Ami 66 says the speakers are just awesome in the S7, which is very true. Don't put it against the tab 7 Plus because that's the it will have better speakers.
But going back to that question, the if you've never used Apple before, is it worth switching from the Samsung great hardware? It said.
Fallen, you're welcome. Thank you for watching.
You're not answering, are you?
No, I want to do some nice stuff in between as well.
It's entirely. I think it's worth trying everything. Personally, I think Apple hardware is also incredible.
Okay, so the question was,
we live in a great time.
Would you return the 128 gigabyte, 6 gigabyte UK model and swap for 256 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte RAM international model?
If you ask Jens, the answer will be
yes. My answer is yes to that.
His answer is always yes. If you want anybody to enable you to buy something that's more powerful,
but
then he will always enable you to do that.
But there's a reason behind that, because I want that device to be future proof. I don't want to run into problems because there has been an update for some application that suddenly takes half of my storage.
Honestly, 100%. I don't think that's the right way to go, because you future-proofing means in a year's time, you still want the next device.
Yeah, because we're doing the videos, the YouTube videos.
Yeah, so you never did before.
No.
Brilliant.
Which has the better battery, iPad Pro versus the Tab 7 Plus? I
think it's the
actually
iPad
don't
Pro,
know.
isn't it?
I actually don't know, because the Tab 7 Plus doesn't have a bad battery. 10 hours for full usage. That's not bad. The iPad, we have to test that. So we're going to put that down. I
never have to charge the iPad.
No, we're going to have to put that. Which is better, iPad Pro or 7 Plus for non-artist person?
Non-artist.
Non-artist, yeah.
Depends what your ecosystem is and what your user case is. Sorry.
It's tough. It's tough to answer. It depends. What phone do you have already? Do you have a Samsung phone? Do you have an Android phone? Do you have an Apple phone, an iPhone? So many things we could go into. What is?
Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, thank you, Marcos.
I wish Android Google jumps. I wish Android Google revisit optimization of apps for tablets. Yeah.
Okay, so Max Gaming was asking if the S Pen nib will wear out when riding on a screen protector. My educated guess will be yes.
I wish I brought the S6 pen down now.
Yeah, but that's an educated guess. I don't know, but from my gut feeling and using it, I would say yes.
The nibs look very different this time, though.
Yeah, so they look more like, I wouldn't say more breakable, but more sensitive is probably the better word.
I was going to say the opposite.
Okay.
I'll have to have a look at them.
Okay. Could you please confirm if Tab 7 Plus runs 120 Hertz at 2K resolution? Yes, it does. Tab 7 and Tab 7 Plus run to 1 2 3. The Tab 7 as well as the Tab 7 Plus will run 120 Hertz in full resolution. Sorry, I need a drink. Just water, of course. Tab 7 has AMOLED screen or LCD screen? LCD screen, TFT, whatever you want to say. So basically, the S7 Plus has an AMOLED screen, Super AMOLED screen, and the S7 regular version has an LCD screen. Somebody asking you if you miss Sheffield.
Thundercats, that was one of my favorite things growing up. I miss Sheffield terribly. I miss the UK terribly, but mostly because of this year and not being able to travel. I would have usually been to the UK at least once this year.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, haven't been. So yes, very much so.
So we keep getting the Pranit, I think. I'm sorry. It's the normal screen protector or paper, like with S Pen tip perspective, how I wouldn't use both, because we just talked about that usage of the nib for a screen protector or paper like and screen protector. So I haven't used it, but I have a feeling that it will or could wear out, basically.
I'm gonna have a look, because I don't.
So would you say that 6 GB enough for long-term use? If you ask me, honest answer, no. I would always go for the 8 GB for having a future-proof device. Sorry. Doesn't have a TFT. It's an LTPS LCD. That's correct.
Yeah, you might be right about the screen protector.
Yeah. It's very sensitive, very. I could see that breaking with a screen protector.
Especially on the Tab 7 where you need that bit more pressure.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's such a nice experience to ride on it with the S Pens on the new devices.
Yeah,
especially with the latency or non-latency you have. So,
whoops.
Thank you. We're cute
yes,
together.
They have the same pen, Tab 7 and Tab 7 Plus.
Would screen burn-in an issue when using apps that have same interface on screen all the time, such as digital art apps? Snoopy Charlie, I wouldn't know, because
what a great name.
Yeah, Snoopy. I seriously wouldn't know, because we're not digital artists. We don't have. We're very not.
He does have a stand.
Our primary use is note-taking, media consumption, YouTube, obviously, a lot of social media. So for that, I've seen people. I mean, put it this way: no device we have, starting with a telly, any OLED screen tablet we have, ever had any burn-ins. So that's all I can say.
So Jens does have a stand for his mic. He likes to feel like a newscaster.
Yeah, so I feel like Sky News reporter here.
This isn't working very well, is
No.
it? Oh, there we go. See, we look cool. We look like ghosts. You can see the button there. That's Max Gaming answering. It's just flat on one side, like the Tab 6 Lite pen. Yet has a magnet. Does the Tab 6 Lite have a magnet in it? It has a magnet,
Yeah.
but not the charging.
Okay, so I put it back on my stand. I wanted to be a Sky News reporter for a bit. So,
Or a weather.
can the Tab 7 Plus open two same Microsoft apps in multi-windows? We tried multi-window, but we didn't try
What was the question?
two apps, two
Oh,
same
let's do
Microsoft
that.
apps. We can do that now. We'll do that now.
Let's do that.
You're welcome, Snoopy. Charlie. In Dex mode, can I open Chrome tabs in multiple windows?
Oh,
we
wait
can
a
try
minute.
that.
What am I doing?
Two same Microsoft apps in multi-window. We'll do that quickly.
Two of the same. So two like Word, for example.
No, two. Oh, well, yeah. Is it the same Microsoft apps or is it two different Microsoft apps? I assume it's the same. We tried it with a different app earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it didn't work.
I can't talk and do it at the same time. It doesn't come up that.
Yeah, it was there.
What was Microsoft? Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Silly. So we have Word up.
Yeah.
I don't get the option of
No,
another
you
word.
don't get the option. So the answer is no. You cannot have two.
Well, that's a bit silly.
Two of the
isn't
same
it?
Microsoft apps open, so you cannot have two Word documents working side by side.
It must be user error. That surely.
Maybe it's user error.
Must be. Let me see if I can actually.
I feel better this way.
Do you?
Yeah,
You feel
I
more
feel-
in control
yeah.
of things. You look more important.
I am important.
Okay, I'm going in the long way to see if I can get it from this way. Oh, pants. Sorry, everybody. It's taking it. Well, talk amongst yourselves.
Pen latency, Apple versus Samsung. So I would say latency is slightly better with the Apple Pencil. However, there's a
I
however.
thought you was going to say something the opposite.
No,
then.
the
I agree with you.
But however, the feeling of writing something down is very different. So for the Apple device, for the iPad Pro, for your Apple Pencil, you will have that glass feeling. It's like writing on a glass table, for example, similar to that. In all fairness, this is, but for I'm talking about note taking. I'm not an artist. So I'm not drawing anything super important. So I don't see that difference in latency between those devices. And for note taking, absolutely fine. I actually prefer the Tab 7 or Tab 7 Plus for note taking. Cool.
I couldn't open two of the same. I couldn't, which is very silly, really. I can't open two Microsoft Words. I can open two Microsoft applications, but not, which is a bit silly. But maybe it's user error. Tell me otherwise.
Would you like to come to India after Corona is gone? I've been to India, to Pune once. That was landing on the military airport. Actually, it was a pretty intense experience, I have to say.
I was only 8 hours.
I was visiting Infosys there, the big campus there. But that was going then from Munich to Frankfurt, from Frankfurt straight over all the trouble areas, and then directly to Pune. And I remember that the plane was pure white. It was a Lufthansa plane, but there was nothing on it, and this kind of freaked me out. It was only a small number in case we could be identified then. So
let us know where you are, Max.
Yeah, let us know where you are in India.
I just saw something, but I lost it then because it jumped.
Okay.
There.
Is Microsoft Word for free? No, you have the subscription. You have $99, euros, whatever you for the 365 subscription per year.
Do you think the fingerprint speed with a protector will be changed?
I wouldn't know.
It wasn't on your iPad though, was it?
No, there is no fingerprint on the iPad.
True.
So
no.
I wouldn't know, Panit. I'm really sorry. I wouldn't know because we don't have a screen protector on there. I can see that happening. Yes, I can see that from a logical point of view. I can see that happening, that there will be a slight delay.
Yes, the Tab S7 can open Word, MS Word and PowerPoint at the same time. That's what I just did. So you can have them both open.
Yeah.
Split screen.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. You're awesome too.
Which one do you recommend for gaming?
Gaming is, I would go for the iPad Pro because of the chipset they have. They have the ARM chip. It's like you have 120 FPS already with Fortnite and stuff. So
Thank you, Max Gaming.
The iPad Pro, definitely for it's just, if it's hardcore gaming, as I said earlier, it's so powerful you can actually edit 4K videos on Luma Fusion with no issues. And that's the advantage of having their own ecosystem and hardware, and everything is super optimized. And but again, you never get out of it again.
For Word, you can open one web instance and one local instance.
Okay, good point.
True.
That word, thank you. Okay, that's a good point. Actually,
that's a workaround.
Yeah, it's a good workaround. No, that's good. So that's why we want to have this community, so we can actually help each other, right? We don't know everything, so that's pretty cool.
Know everything. We'll be very clear about what we don't know.
PUBG is banned in India. Yeah, isn't TikTok banned in India as well? I was said.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it possible to change the pen tips, or at least it comes in the box? Nothing comes in the box.
Nothing comes in the box apart from the pen. No tips.
From
no
what I have seen online with the Tab S6 and the Tab S6 Lite, that the pen nibs are available with the Pinsy things to switch them with.
Cool.
Yes, you can play Forza 4, can't you?
Forza 4 on the Tab 7.
We've got it on there.
No, we got Asphalt 9.
Oh, we got
Asphalt 9,
yeah.
Okay. So anybody has any more questions? Personal recommendation, you would go for the Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus with the keyboards, let's say with the keyboards.
Give me a use case scenario.
No, just Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus with the keyboards.
With the keyboards.
With the keyboards.
Well, I'd choose the Plus, but not because I'd just choose it because it's the higher range version. Yeah,
so I like the Plus also better. I like the I know it may be a bit big for other people. I've seen a comment that it's too big for laying in bed, for example, and I get that. But if you,
I don't think
once
so
you put the iPad Pro against it, then the iPad Pro is big, and the Tab S7 Plus is for me the perfect size, the perfect aspect ratio.
Yeah, you like the longer.
Can you read my name? Alexander Olympijev. No.
Olympijevic.
Nice one. Nice
that
one.
would be my guess. Xbox One Game Pass. We haven't tried that.
Fortnite on the Tab S7 Plus, Tab S7, the same, works fine, but currently only in 30 FPS per second. Will probably be updated by Epic Games soon. They have only offered 6 GB, yeah, in India.
I think us folk from Yorkshire are banned from this forum. My comments. Oh no, I didn't see any
Dave,
comments from you, Dave. Okay, now I've got to look, haven't I?
No, just let him do a new comment and then.
Comment, Dave. Question. Set a question. It keeps jumping upwards.
You're ignoring your own people.
I'm ignoring I would never ignore anybody from Yorkshire. You would get top priority.
Well spotted, Dave. Well spotted.
That's the truth. See, there isn't any.
It's probably at the beginning and you just ignore them.
I was probably multitasking at the time. See,
this is gone now. Let's continue. Wait, let me just log you.
Please feel free to ask again, Dave. I would never, ever ignore a fellow Yorkshire person, ever.
Come on, Dave. You can do it. Good one, Mox Gaming.
We'll wait. We're waiting for you.
We're all waiting for you, Dave.
I hope you've not gone home for your tea.
Yeah.
You also have to let me know where in Sheffield you live. I was born in Jessops.
Wow.
Yes, really
can't even spell that. So for gamers, Tab S7 or Apple iPad Pro. For hardcore gamers, iPad Pro. Sorry.
But not if you want to play Fortnite.
Yeah. Okay, so he may have left, Max said. Maybe he was upset.
Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it is what it is.
Yes. It is what it is.
You guys deserve more subs. Yeah, I'm all with you. Absolutely,
Can you open
Gerald.
Chrome tabs in two separate windows? Two separate windows. So
On Dex,
split
isn't it?
screen then. Poor Dave. Stop it. I'll go out with a guilt complex that I've missed
Book cover
somebody.
keyboard versus book cover weight. Oh, we have some interesting data here because we
I've
have a
got to go in
scale
first.
next to it. The book cover weight, I actually don't know. Let's see, we're not that prepared, but I can tell you the
Oh, we
keyboard.
did do that. You
No,
did
no,
know
no, the book cover.
Oh, the book cover.
Yeah, so
I
the keyboard
apologize.
cover for the Tab S7 weighs, are you ready?
No.
Close to 400 grams. So 396 to be precise. That's a keyboard cover with both ends for the Tab S7,
Dex.
which makes a total of 905 grams for the Tab S7,
Oh, David's
including
still on.
keyboard cover. The Tab S7 Plus keyboard cover weighs, let me see, 509 grams, which comes slightly over a kilo, both together. Okay.
My comment was concerning the discrimination of UK customers when it comes to free keyboard. What do you think? We don't get a free keyboard.
No, you're not discriminated. Come to Germany, you pay actually more over here.
We pay more for everything.
You pay for being a customer.
They hate us.
No, I wouldn't see it that way. So I know actually I've seen a forum, Dave, where people contacted the president of Samsung. I'm not sure if it was Samsung UK or the international Samsung branch, and saying, why would they not get the 5G version in the UK? And the only answer they got was, well, we don't actually plan to do one. So pretty tough if you can't get one, then. But I get your point. But it's the same here, pretty much. You pay a lot for the stuff. We don't get anything for free here.
I'm struggling to do.
Thank you, Max.
Split.
Pretty cool. Appreciate it.
I'm struggling with getting split screen to index.
No headphone jack. No headphone jack for both devices.
Okay.
What do you expect if next year Samsung's release a Tab S8? There's probably they pulled something out this year though for the tablet compared to the Tab S6 last year. Tab S7 is a pretty major leap forward, I think so. Especially with that keyboard. I like the overall package of what they have done. So they probably will have to go back to the drawing board to come out with something better, which they probably will do because we have a better chipset and everything.
So I can't remember who asked about the Chrome. I'm in Dex now. I don't want to update my firmware. Thank you very much.
No earphones are included.
I have two windows of Chrome open. I can't remember what the question was. Can you?
No.
But I am able to do two windows of Chrome opened up separately.
YouTube, Thundercats, that's correct. YouTube defaults, or YouTube will play low res no matter what you do. You have to manually choose your higher resolution, whether that be on a laptop, whether that be on a Tab S7. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just YouTube, basically, because of the COVID-19 issues and everybody staying from home, they came down with a bandwidth and say, okay, if everybody watches something in 480p, then we don't have the issues of overloading the network, basically here in Europe or anywhere else in the world. But it is what it is. You have to manually adjust that every single time.
Max Gaming with the iPad Air and any Apple product, actually, we stayed away from leaks.
Yeah, so there's a good point, Max, because there's so many people covering, so many American big YouTubers covering Apple, and we would love to get a more diverse product scene on our channel. But the problem with YouTube is, and that's not it's not concerned to you guys out there. That's a challenge we have, and we have to deal with, is that when we cover something else that has been covered widely and there's huge competition around, then that just doesn't go. So there's a huge investment in buying these products, for example, and then we cover that, and then
but it's also a lot of our viewership is,
yes, and we built up a good Samsung hardcore install base now as well, not just with the tablets, but also with the Galaxy Watch stuff we've done. So that's also
because we also have an opportunity here to get the Samsung products earlier than the States as well.
So we like to do this kind of video. We don't want to just blast out B-roll stuff. We also want to show you guys really and help you guys. That's our vision, to really, number one, entertain you, but also help you guys making an informed decision. And sometimes you're going to be brutally honest, and people will like it or will not. So that's pretty much what you see is what you get.
Yes.
Okay, so how much cost the tablets? We have pricing here. Tablet 7 cost us 681 euros. Tablet 7 Plus cost us around 1,200 for the 5G version, and both is excluding the keyboard.
Thank you, Lionheart. I hope you love it.
Yes, hopefully you will. We do.
We answered the fingerprint speed
Yeah,
on the
we
protector.
did actually.
I can't remember what we said.
No, we said that we can imagine that the fingerprint speed will be less with a screen protector or paper-like, because there's
Maybe not less, maybe just not as
slower. I mean, but it's just you have some. It's the nature of the mechanics behind it, because there's something in between, isn't there?
Yeah. Somebody's already asked about the trading the Tab S6 for the Tab S7 Plus. Jens would always say yes.
Yeah.
I would say it
7
depends
Plus.
on your user case and whether
Yeah.
you really need it.
I would say yes.
Keep your pennies.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, exactly. Tight Yorkshire.
Will Samsung tie up with another iOS note-taking app like Notability, GoodNotes? I don't know. I use GoodNotes on the iPad Pro sometimes just to not lose touch with
I
the Apple
must say,
products.
though, that the Samsung Notes, the functionality now with the sharing to Microsoft Office, etc., is exceptional.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would be concerned if, they didn't do that.
No. So the 5G tablet, you reviewed how much memory did it have? 8 GB of RAM for the Tablet 7 Plus, the 5G version. And I think that's the highest amount of RAM you can get on the Tablet 7 Plus.
Clips, is that how you say it? Dave says there's no trade-in S6 to S7 Plus in the UK. Do you have any kind of trade-ins programs? Because they've listed over here. We have a list of what we can trade in.
Yeah, so there's an interesting thing I discovered actually.
My bottom's numb.
Yeah, when you trade in a Samsung tablet, you get a new Samsung tablet. You get less money for a Samsung tablet than you would trade in an iPad. So,
you said that.
So
didn't you, yesterday?
that was tough.
That.
That was tough. So I
could not believe that.
If you don't even honor your own products that way, then I found that tough. But maybe it's a regional thing. Maybe it's over here.
Dave got 400 for his Tab S6.
Okay. Did you sell it or did you trade in? Okay. What's the latency of S Pen on Tab S7? So the best way to explain the latency of the Tab S7 is to compare it with the Tab S6, and it halved. The latency of the Tab S6 is double than the latency of the Tab S7. We showed this in one of our videos. Go and check it out, Tab S7 versus Tab S6. And I do slow motion, we do slow motion, and then freeze frame, and you can see the differences like that on the Tab S7 latency, and then that on the Tab S6.
But honestly, I found that super surprising because I did use the Tab S6 a lot for writing notes. So it was a surprise. Yeah. I didn't expect to see such a difference in latency.
Okay. So we can't pronounce that, Max, but I've been to Iceland twice. So food is absolutely amazing. Although it was in summertime, it was still cold. But the one thing I really loved about Iceland is when I went to there's that one famous waterfall. I got out of the bus and I thought I'm in an oxygen tent. I was awake. I was like, what's going on? I'm just being cleansed internally with that oxygen.
Yeah. What's your opinion on the Galaxy Tab S7? I think it's a great device.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no trade in here, 7 in Ukraine. And this year is really strange with Samsung, different regions, really different offerings, not just for the trade-in or no trade-in, but also for the tablets itself. There are so many tablets that you can get in the US for the Type 7 itself that we can't get. We can only get one version here for the Type 7, for example.
Dave said he was able to trade in his S3 for an S6 through
okay.
Samsung, but they use the dodgy. I
No,
tell you
this is
something,
true, yeah.
these external sources that they use for the trading and everything like that, it's all an additional, I don't know, it's like a hurdle.
Yeah.
It's like they put a hurdle in on purpose.
So Wi-Fi problems, Max, I've seen some people complaining. We haven't seen any Wi-Fi problems with the Type 7, Type 7 Plus. We have no issues with that.
No.
Okay, so we are 2 hours now, I think. Our battery for the camera is going to die.
My bottom is
very
numb.
soon. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching this. And I hope we could help you a little bit on deciding which one to go for. And we wanted to do that live session because I think sometimes it is better than just doing a video. And this is more interactive. Although we can't hear you talking, we can read your comments. So, you know.
I prefer this.
Yeah, so it's good. Hopefully we could help you making a decision. And we appreciate you being here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Make sure
watching.
If you are not a subscriber, make sure
please,
you do.
Please subscribe. Our vision is to come to 1 million soon.
Soon, tomorrow.
Maybe 100,000 first, but the 1 million is really there. But so we don't. So what we don't do is, for example, we don't ask for money. We don't ask you to buy us a coffee. We appreciate when you do. We try to be as self-sufficient as possible. Your support is more worth than any money that can.
And every comment that comes in, we wholly appreciate.
Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Jens here and Tony with the big heart.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.